Good morning, everybody. So here we are on Wednesday, and I've got my coat on and I'm ready to go. Reason I've got my coat on is I almost forgot to video. Anyone would think I wasn't a YouTuber, honestly, what a nightmare. But today I've got on an indigo dress. This comes to my knee. I made this one years ago. I guess when the indigo first came out, actually. I forget just how sweet of a dress it is, actually, which is really lovely. Just taking the dogs for a walk. It is freezing. I sort of pop some footage of the frost. It's the first frost here this year, which is, means it's winter, obviously. So back off to work again today. Second day for my new dentist, so I'll see how he's faring. I love this coat. My husband surprised me with this coat. I tried it on a shop in a shop in Wassenaar, and I've got a couple of people who know Wassenaar, so hello, which is really lovely. That's in Holland, sorry. Yeah, a couple of years ago, I tried it on and thought, deliberated as you do, because it wasn't hugely expensive, but it wasn't cheap, and I decided not to buy it because that's my default decision. Anyway, Christmas Day rolls along and out pops the coat. So isn't he good? He's a good one. He's a keeper for sure. So yeah, I love it. I actually get people stop me in the street and ask me where I got it from, which is really sweet as well. So have a great morning, or a great day by the time this comes up to you, and I'll catch up with you later. Don't forget to subscribe. I have had some new subscribers, so thank you very much, getting me closer to whatever target is I can reach. But hey, it's a never-ending feast, so don't worry about it, it's fine. I'd love it if you're here, and yeah, don't forget to leave me a comment because I love to hear from you as well. Okay, take care. I'm genuinely losing my head today, and I'm going to take my jacket off because I've just come in from walking the dogs. So let's do the advent calendar, shall we, whilst we're here. So it must be day 7, goodness. Right, okay. So day 7, what is the question of today? I've got no glasses on, so this could be interesting. Oh, okay, nice question. When did I start sewing? Oh, great question. When did I start sewing? So I reckon it's got to be probably about 7 or 8 years ago now. Yeah, approximately that, I reckon. Let me think. Yeah, Molly would have been about 10, so yeah, about 7, I think, 7 or 8 years ago. Now my dad had a really old Singer sewing machine. I'm going to sneeze any second. Excuse me. My dad had a Singer sewing machine when I was growing up, and it was a very complicated thing. We used to get it out periodically. We'd go through all the hassle of threading it up. The bobbin was really complicated to do. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but I did used to enjoy it. And I did textiles during school years, as a few people did, and really enjoyed that as well. But I used to work for Homebase, which is a DIY company, and back in the day they used to be affiliated with Argos, which is somewhere where you can buy all kind of manners of different things. And I was walking past Argos and thought, I had a voucher in my pocket that the company had given me. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to buy a sewing machine. So I went in and bought a really basic Brother sewing machine. I forget what it's called, but it was a really basic model. And that is how it started. And I made a lot of vintage stuff in the beginning, or vintage look stuff, and pretty much started off with, I started off with some dreadful simplicity patterns. I look back now on those makes, and they were very formal, the things I used to make, but I don't mind dressing smartly. It is my comfort zone, really. So yeah, I made quite a few vintage style things in the big 4, and then I discovered Sew Over It, and never really looked back from there. So Sew Over It and Tilly and the Buttons. And in those days, hi Ellie Boo, in those days there wasn't really a lot of YouTubers and things. Lisa Comfort, Shona from Sewsatisfaction, and then some YouTubers that don't exist now. Obviously they're probably still sewing, but Sewn was about. Amanda, I sew a lot. I was trying to think of some others, and then Sean from Kittenish Behaviour. They were doing the YouTube thing way before anyone else, and it wasn't until lockdown that I was sewing quite a lot, although I was sewing a lot before and wearing a lot of my own clothes. But again, I reflect now on the finish in those wasn't great. I probably stood out in a crowd with some of the things I was wearing, but I was comfortable, and as I spoke about a couple of days ago, yesterday, my shield of invisibility is, or my cloak of invisibility is my clothes. And so I never felt it. I never felt that I was out of kilter, but I look back and think, maybe I was, and maybe it actually impacted on some of the career choices that people made for me or about me. But who knows? I'm happy with who I am now. Complicated being I am, but yes, I am happy. So and then during lockdown, I was talking to my friends, as you did, because you couldn't see anyone, over Zoom about what I was making, and they said, "Oh my God, you should really start a YouTube channel. You're so enthusiastic when you come across on the screen, etc., etc." And that was it. I literally bought a new phone and started videoing. So I don't know. One of the questions isn't when did I start YouTubing, but I'm a lockdown YouTuber for sure. Within the first few weeks of lockdown is how long I've been YouTubing. Sewing, I've been sewing a bit longer than that. So I hope that answers the question. And I better get off to work. So see you later. Doing? How's things? Another day done. Gosh, it just seems to go so quickly. So got end of day hair. Obviously still got the same outfit on. I've literally just walked through the door. I've fed the dogs, cleaned up after my daughter. Oh my word, she's 18, right? But washing is in the washing machine, washing up on the side. Drives me insane, honestly. Anyway, enough of my whinging. I thought I'd open one of the doors with you. This is my Christmas and birthday present for my husband, and I know many of my fellow vloggers are showing you these on a daily basis, but I thought what I would do is share the moment with you. So I've actually left all of the previous days in here because I don't want to open an empty box on the 24th. There's been some amazing gifts in here, which I'm sure you've seen. And so what we're on, day 7, I guess. Let's root through here. I'm sure you've seen 100 of these, or if not more, because they are amazing. Let me just talk amongst yourselves whilst I'm digging it out. And so far I've been lucky enough I haven't seen on any of my fellow people's videos or Instagram. Oh my word, sorry. I didn't think it would take me so long to find it. But how lovely is this though, to have a root around. Oh, day 7, there we are. Nice long package, this one. So here we go. And all beautifully wrapped. Look at that. Just lovely. I'm sure all of you have seen Andrea's wonderful advent calendar. How she'll keep up with demand next year, I have no idea. Hi Andrea, if you're watching, I hope you're keeping well. So a bit of rustling, sorry about that. Oh, I've got the right day, day 7. Never mind, if I haven't, I've opened the wrong day, but I think it's the 7th today. Day 7, yeah, it is. So I have got a seam ripper. Truly useful, can never have enough of these. And actually, if I'm honest with myself, mine is probably blunt because it is probably my most used thing in my sewing room. So thank you, Andrea. Oh, just some lovely things, genuinely. Mwah. So I am going to leave it there. So I did some cutting out, which I've popped into the footage, and I've decided to go for another jumpsuit. I'm going to make a dress out of one of the fabrics, which I can't really talk to you about, but I'm really, really looking forward to making that. That won't be till later in the month, but I'm going to knock up a Stevie jumpsuit. Not tonight, because my daughter's away with a friend, which is just as well, because I kind of ripped her head off for leaving the washing and the washing up and stuff, but never mind. She's out tonight, so my husband and I are having bangers, chips and eggs, I think, something like that, and we're going to binge watch the rest of Jack Ryan, I think it's called, on Prime TV. Now, we don't normally have Prime TV. He did a sort of a free trial whilst the rugby was on, the World Cup, not the football, not interested in football at all. So we're just packing in some TV that we wouldn't ordinarily get to watch. So we're going to binge watch 3 episodes of that, and that's at least 3 hours of telly, I think. So no sewing for me tonight, but I'm going to have to get on it if I'm going to be wearing the Stevie jumpsuit out of that wonderful floral fabric. And I do reckon that if I don't get a chance to make the dress, which I know I will because I have to, but then I can wear the Stevie jumpsuit happily on Christmas Day, because it is just very festive and very wearable. So yeah, hope you're having a good evening. I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you again for all the lovely comments. Don't forget, there's still time to pop some questions into my questions and answers advent calendar. Still a few spaces left on that. I think probably not many, but I'm happy to answer more than one question a day, you know that. So I will leave it there and see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.